I'm coming to you with a quick video. I have to touch bases on this because I am so through, done, flabbergasted, a little bit upset, all because of Kelly Price. Now, if you don't watch, or if you're not familiar with R&B Divas LA, which is the new season, it's not so much as a spinoff, but it's another different location, but it's the same show. So this season, you have Michelle A, Shantae Moore, Little Mo, Kelly Price, Dawn from In Vogue, and if I missed anybody, please let me know. Oh, and Claudette from was it City High? So that's the main cast. That's the center of it all. And then of course you have like the husbands and the directors and that they feature on this show and whatnot. But let's get down to the get down. So I'm a little upset at the simple fact that lately the big girls of these shows, LA, and then I forgot the other R&B Divas, the original, that had Nikki Gilbert, Faith Evans, Selena Johnson. There was one season where they had, oh shoot, I can't forget their names. But anywho, the two girls in LA and then the previous season, both of them, Nikki Gilbert and Kelly Price, they're the bigger girls in in both shows. So I'm looking at it, I'm looking at LA, and LA alone is something, it's very messy, but I also had to realize that they're both big girls. So I'm wondering, is that a trend that they're trying to say that, you know, am I looking too deep in it? You know, are big girls are angry, or, you know, or are they aren't getting any love, or what? So that's one thing I wanted to touch bases on because I'm not sure. Now, the next thing I wanted to touch bases on is Kelly Price alone. This is the 5th episode that just passed, and I watch most of the shows that are going viral and that are really popular. I try to keep up as far as watching them and seeing what's going on to a certain degree. But R&B Divas, out of all the shows that I've watched, R&B Divas that I literally suck my teeth and really want to chew on a bone, because I got so upset at the fact that Kelly Price literally was so manipulative, was conniving, was rude, was nasty as they come. And to some degree, I wondered, what was that motive behind that? Was this for TV, Missy, Sugar? Was this for TV, or is this really your personality? I'm talking to you because I want to know what made you say that you didn't know that this new director, his name was Fred on the show, if you guys don't know. The director, Fred, who was on the show, who Shantae hired for the Not Your Mama monologues. And the show was basically supposed to be a showcase of all the females who I just named that is on this season, and it's a monologue. It's like the vagina monologues. And if you watch it on YouTube, I will put of course, I will put links down below. There is a spoiler on YouTube of who actually was in the monologue. And sadly to say, it was only Kelly Price and Dawn doing it. And I'm not surprised because of how the season is going already. But what made me, and I'm personally talking because I want to know, why did you say that you didn't know who Fred was? When Shantae, there was a day when you and Shantae met up, y'all was walking on the sidewalk, whoop-de-whoop, and y'all was talking, chit-chatting and everything, and she tells you about Fred. She tells you what she's doing. And not only that, but she's helping you out with something that you started. So, if you haven't, first of all, being a boss, if you bring an idea to the table to 5 other females, or 6 other females, or however it goes, or whomever, you are supposed to have that entire plan laid out. Laid out. You're not supposed to just say, oh, do you guys want to do whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and then that's it. No. Because this show is showing you what you should not do. First of all, why is Shantae bringing somebody to the table when, one, this is your project. This is what you asked these girls. You asked these girls to come onto this platform as far as a showcase. Secondly, Shantae was a good enough friend to bring somebody along so you can get this show moving. And she shouldn't have to do that. She shouldn't have to do that because you were supposed to do that. You were supposed to have your stuff intact. And you made yourself look messy by not having your stuff together, by not having your priorities straight, and not only that, by not informing these females of, one, that little stunt that you pulled, and you was doing your little open mic thing, and you brought all those girls to, I forgot where they were specifically, like what city and state, but they came, and it wasn't a red carpet event, but it looked like, a bootleg red carpet event. And the lady who was, it looked like she was a host or whatever, she was saying, oh, where's Kelly Price? We want to see Kelly. We'll walk the band. And Dawn was speaking, and she was like, I don't know where she is. She's supposed to be here with us, but, she didn't have no words. And what blew me is, Kelly, how do you invite girls to a thing that's not even, I don't think it was in the same town that they were at in the beginning. And not only that, but how dare you get on another flight to another another location and not be where you were supposed to be that night? You left those girls hanging. That was the first strike. Second strike, no, the first strike was you not bringing all the details on the table. Secondly, the second strike was when you left them were at that stadium at that what was it, Dream Girls in the hood, or it was some title, I forgot what it's called. When I don't think about something, I will remember, but right now I can't remember what it was called. And you left them and you got on another flight to go do some other work. So why didn't you have your priorities straight? If you knew you were having these girls go and do this and walk the band, and then the director, is it Terry? I don't know. I forgot his name, but he's the big dark-skinned guy on the show with the glasses. And he's the one who directed the play where they were. And so fast forward into this episode, which is number 5, she brings the same director who did that play on to the Not Your Mama monologues. When I tell y'all that Not Your Mama monologues was nasty and was cheap and was all over the place, yeah, I will leave you guys down that link below. But I just wanted to just and there's a lot of stuff I want to just go ahead and say. Lil Mo, as much as I loved your music, as much as I love your song and your style back in the day and who you are now as far as what you are portraying, because I don't know you personally, you know, so what you're portraying on the show, to some degree, I like your personality, but on the other hand, I don't like how the fact that you could be so comfortable and so gung-ho for the talent show and be able to talk to Fred about your concerns about him not being the boss or him being the boss or him taking charge when you knew Kelly was not serving y'all justice on that show neither. You know, so it goes back to Kelly Price. When she said that she don't know who Fred was, not only did Shantae talk to her about it, but Kelly came to her house and talked to her about it while Don was there. So, this show is so ridiculous. And everybody want to sit up here and be like, Boo-Boo the Fool, Humpty Dumpty. I'm sitting up here thinking, you knew who this guy was. Personally, you probably could. Okay, personally, you probably could have said that you don't know him personally, but you know of him enough to know who he is, what he's doing, and what are y'all doing, and what he is trying to do. Am I not wrong? So for you to sit here and say that, I think that was manipulative, and that was you was trying to stir up some little messiness right there. You was trying to stir up some drama. And then not only that, but going back to Lil Mo, how can you sit here and be so comfortable with Fred, but you couldn't speak your mind when Kelly kept saying that I don't know who you are, I don't know what you're doing, I don't know where this is coming from, I've never seen you before. You was there. You were there. So why didn't you say what you said to Fred, to Kelly? Why? Then you want to sit up here, Dawn. Oh my God, sugar. Where is do you have any brains? I'm asking you personally because I want to know. You look, the way how the show is portraying you and Kelly's relationship, she's your bully. You are having a hard time already trying to perceive a child, and you 47 going on 50 years old. And the doctor is somewhat right. Your eggs are rotten. Not spiritually, I'm not saying, because I don't know you personally either. But around that time, your eggs start to go away. And your time, I think your clock ticked a long time ago, honey. But God does, I will say that. Jesus does make miracles. And God does, you know, He will do what He say if it's meant to be. When it's the right person. And then it's at the right time. And my mother said that. She said, if you want a child, only God can grant that. You can't, I want a child, I want a child, I want a child, I want a child. You can't do that. You can't. So, and then me, Charlene, your attitude is funny. You're a little fierce little thing, a little fireball now and then. But a lot of people say that your voice. But, see, I never knew who you were. Don't take offense. But I never knew who you were. So, my mom told me about who you were. She told me what songs you used to sing and all this other stuff. And I'm like, really? That was her song? You know, that's what she was singing? Okay, cool. And then people talk about your voice, but but my mom again told me that your voice has always been that way. So I don't know if it was something, when you start developing, and your vocal cords don't come into play as a woman or as a preteen at all, or even when you're growing, even when you're just growing as like your child, as a child, if you're not, if it's some type of I won't say illness or disease, but if it's just something that didn't develop right, and that makes your voice that high and that squeaky all the time. But when she sings, baby, you don't hear none of that. None of that. You don't hear none of that. So, other than that, you're cool. Claudette, I don't know. Claudette, I always thought that she was on Shantae's side only because Shantae was the one who came to Claudette and asked her to come into this Not Your Mama monologue thing. So if Shantae was to leave, I think Claudette would go too. But she's like Little Mo. She's counting on for this Not Your Mama monologues to go down, because this is what is going to probably set some type of foundation for their career again, because they haven't been in the spotlight in a long time. In a very long time. So is there another girl that I haven't touched bases on? No, that's about it. But Fred, I do believe that, you probably were a good fit, and had Miss Kelly Price gone with the idea what Shantae was saying, then it could have worked out. But this episode, when Kelly was so, like Lil Mo said, she was Brooklyn, she was BX, she was Harlem, she was New York, she was, she was Chicago, she was and she was Detroit, mixed all in one. That's a bad combination. She was all up in Fred's face, and that was just so. Why you gotta be so hard? Why? We know it's your show. You the one that brought it to them in the first and second episode. We know. But instead of you talking the talk, walk the walk and just do it. Be like Nike and just do it. Get your stuff in order. Get your priorities in order. I don't. Women like that, if that's how she is in real life, like I said, because I don't know none of these girls, personally, but if you can sit here and get in a man's face like that, who is trying to help you and your project, when he doesn't have to, because the list that Shantae said it's like a confessional almost, when she was in the thing by herself. She was saying that he did this, he did that, he did whoop wop the bam. He got other projects he could possibly be doing. He don't need your Not Your Mama monologue. So ladies and gents, I will say this. I don't know about her, meaning Kelly Price and Nikki Gilbert, only because I was reading on a blog actually today and yesterday. I was reading, and they were saying that she is worse than Nikki Gilbert. And like I said, Nikki Gilbert and Celine Johnson in the other R&B Divas, they were friends on the show. And this is almost the same package, but in the same situation, but in a different package. And in this season, in R&B Divas LA, it's looking like it's going to go downhill. It really is. And I don't know. I know the next episode, Lil Mo and Dawn get into it. And if that's the case, then you know there's gonna be a split, because it looked like Dawn and Lil Mo was having a, you know, a one-on-one as far as getting to know each other type basis. But the title alone says it. R&B Divas. Singers who are divas. And where it's located, LA, come on now. Come on. So, we'll see. Next week is episode 6. And I don't never, if I don't have enough evidence to prove something, I'm not going to say I know, unless I know. But I heard that there's only 8 episodes. So 6, 7, 8, we only got 3 episodes left. And it looks like it's going to be short, but it is so juicy and it's so messy. It's kind of like trying to realize what really friendships are geared towards. So that's my time. I wanted to just touch base on that. I wanted to see what you comment down below, or if you're the type of person who's always on your laptop. And see, I don't watch stuff on my TV, so I'm most of the time watching stuff on my laptop. But if you're the type of person who is always on the go and never gets a chance to just sit and watch your shows, I will also leave a link down below where you can watch all the new shows and the new episodes too, because I want to look. Catfish is good. Wildin' Out it's funny. It's funny, and I love the people who Nick Cannon brings on. R&B Divas LA, of course, is good. The Game, I thought they had the finale already, and I'm still watching. I'm like, oh my goodness. So that's good. And of course, Bad Girls Club's battle ended, and the reunion special ended. I saw that. And then we gotta just wait for part 2 of Love and Hip Hop. So, and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So you guys, that's about it. Of course, I would bring you guys another review as far as music review. I listened to Jay-Z's Magna Carta, Yeezus by Kanye West. What's it? Born Sinner by J. Cole, Wale's new album, and soon I will be listening to K. Michelle's new album, because it comes out August 16th, I think. And then there's a couple of other movies that are coming out that I do want to see. So, I will talk to you guys real soon, and see you in the next video. Bye!